A recent New York Times article has me fired up to repeat what I have been saying for years. And so for those of us part of the ProGrace community, you probably know what I'm going to say. If you're watching this video for the first time, this is what we talk about in the ProGrace community. We talk about how Christians can come together, how we can unite, under the idea that no woman should feel like she has no other option but abortion. And she's making that decision because she lacks emotional support and practical resources. We want to ask the question, why do women have abortions? And what can we as the church do to support women? That's why this article is so important. And so I'll read the results and then talk about what this means for us. It says that legal abortions most likely increased in the first 6 months of 2023 compared with 2020. For two reasons. One, states with more permissive abortion laws were absorbing people traveling over state lines where there were restrictive laws or bans. And secondly, access to abortion pills via telemedicine became much more prevalent. The last thing is that abortions rose in nearly every state where it remains legal, but the change was most visible in states bordering those with total abortion bans. So this is the point. Women don't have abortions simply because they're legal. There are a host of reasons where women feel like there's no other option for this. And I've been in this work for 18 years, and the stories I have heard of women who needed a community around them, they needed people to support them, regardless of what decision they made, they needed emotional and practical support. And when we look at the life of Jesus and what he did, he actually didn't work to change any laws. He met people where they were at. He met them with radical grace that was surprising to them and to the religious leaders around them. What if we were a church like that in the abortion issue? What if Christians didn't spend the majority of our time wondering if abortion should be legal or illegal, but we spent the majority of our time listening to people? Women, their partners, their families who are coming in with stories of very intense situations and feelings that we could be a community and we could wrap around. Now, this doesn't mean we don't vote. Of course, I take it very seriously. I vote in every election. It's very hard because I don't feel like I fit in either political party and a lot of issues, specifically abortion. It makes voting very challenging. I do it because it's my responsibility. But when I see Christians that that's their primary way of addressing abortion, I have to ask the question, what does the law do to address the perceived need for abortion? The very real perceived need, I should say, like things that if we were in people's shoes, we would also consider abortion. The church can do something about that. Actually, community support, being welcome, having people walk alongside of you, that's exactly what women and men and their families need when they're facing an unintended pregnancy. The law does nothing. And so we're seeing all this energy go into the Dobbs decision and these states that are banning abortion, and the numbers are actually increasing. That's a message to us to really say, Jesus, how can we make a kingdom response our priority? How can we make our kingdom response and being a community, a safe community, how can we make that higher and more important than our political response? I hope that this article serves to encourage you in that. And please join the ProGrace community as we continue talking about this and gathering more and more Christians who want to approach this issue like Jesus would.